Hello all, welcome to session 27 of CSharp.net training series. In this session, I'm going to explain and practically demonstrate the different ways of initializing variables. So let's get started. So what are the different ways of initializing the variables? As we already know, we can initialize the variables like this. Int a is equal to 9. Here, the variable a is initialized with the value 9. For the first time, if you are assigning a value to a variable, that is called as initialization. Okay, let me show you. If I write int a is equal to 9, so after declaring this or defining this variable, for the first time, if you are assigning the value to the variable, that is called as initialization, that we already know from the previous sessions, right? This is initialization. So, but there are different ways of initialization. What if I have to initialize more variables of the same data type? Okay. What if I have to initialize the same variables, other variables of the same data type? For example, int b. B is also of same data type. If I have to initialize like this, okay, then int c. C is equal to some 10. Int d, some 11. Int e, some 4. Like this, if I have to initialize different variables which are of having the same data type, I don't have to write this many number of lines. How to overcome this problem? Simple, in a single line I can solve this. Simply say, since they are of all of same data type, all these variables are of same data type, in a single line we can write int a is equal to 9, comma, b is equal to 5, comma, c is equal to 10, comma, d is equal to 11, comma, e is equal to 4. I don't have to write this many number of lines. Okay, single line will suffice. Okay, here we are declaring all these 5 variables with the same data type, that is int. At same time, we are initializing all these variables with some values. Okay, so this is another way of initializing the variables in C sharp. So in some situation, guys, you see, when you are creating this many number of variables in a single line, you may not have to initialize all the values. It's not compulsory. For example, you want to initialize a, but you don't want to initialize b. So keep it blank. Okay, int a is equal to 9 comma b. That's it. C is equal to 10 comma d comma e. Okay, if you want to initialize later, okay, you can still write the, you can declare all these variables of same data type in a single line, and you can initialize later whenever you want. Okay, when you want to initialize b, you can initialize. When you want to initialize d and e, you can initialize later. Okay, this also is fine. Few variable values you can initialize, other variables you don't have to initialize, it's optional. Okay, then what else is there? So the next thing is dynamic initialization of variables, guys. Okay, for example, here I didn't let's say I'll create one more variable. I'll say f. F is equal to a plus c. If I write like this, okay, int f is equal to a plus c. A is already initialized, c is also already initialized. So a is 9 and c is equal to 10. I'm adding this and dynamically I'm initializing the variable f, guys. Okay, I'm dynamically initializing the variable f here. The result of this a plus c will be the value that will get stored in the f. That is 9 plus 10. That is 19 will be stored into f. If I print it out, cw, that's tap tap. You'll get console.writeline. If you print f, it will print 19. Just run this and see. In the output, you will get 19. 19 will be printed in the output. You see, 19 got printed in the output. So this is called as dynamic initialization. If you are not simply assigning a value to the variable, instead you are performing some operation and dynamically assigning some value to the variable, that is called as dynamic initialization. Okay. So these called as these are the different ways of initializing the variables in C sharp, guys. Okay, these are the other different ways of initializing the variables. Apart from normal initialization, you can also initialize multiple variables in a single statement like this if they are of the same data type. Yeah, if you are initializing multiple variables of same data type, it's not compulsory to initialize all the variables. Okay, you can initialize some of the variables later, and also it is also possible where you can initialize a variable using dynamic initialization, which is a result of other two variables or something. Okay, so which is dynamic initialization. So guys, these are the different ways of initializing the variables in C sharp. So that's all for this session. In the next session, I'm going to cover another C sharp.net topic. Till then, see you. Bye bye.